Someone asked me what's so special about the Temple of Witchcraft's Witches Calendar. So glad you asked. It's a special calendar that includes a lot of things that other calendars don't include. Some of it's specific to the Temple of Witchcraft community, and the calendars really are a way of sharing them with the wider world. So we're excited to be able to share our 2025 calendar. Each month features one of the major arcana tarot cards with fiber art from the amazing Tiny Roebuck, who did our art for this year. Each of the 12 signs of the zodiac has a tarot card and a monthly article that describes some of the symbolism of each card and of the season, as well as some of the traditional holiday information and potential spellcraft you can do for the season. With a strong astrological base, we've developed a lot of new folkloric traditions, transforming things such as Epiphany in the Christian calendar with the adoration of the witches, or to celebrate Beltane Eve with the visionary Hexennacht or Witches' Night. We also include beloved celebrations of Michaelmas and Lupercalia, so it gives us a little bit more of a broad base than some other calendars, and these are things that are particular that we celebrate in the Temple of Witchcraft. We look at the wheel of the year, the Sabbats of the seasons, as well as the full and the new moon for that month, and include information on the vision of that moon and the Sabbat deities and the lunar deities that we work with. On the daily listings, this part's particularly interesting. Along with the moon sign and the sun sign information, we've got a set of symbols, what are known as the witches' runic stones. Each of the 29 days of the lunar calendar has its own symbol, kind of expanding from the traditional 8 that people know as the witches' runes. And each one has its own magical meaning for the day. So you can look at that as kind of your omen for the day. We work a lot with the ancestors of the witches, specifically the mighty dead, both in kind of ancient times and in modern times. So our calendar includes the greater and lesser feasts, the greater feasts being the death dates and the lesser feasts being the birth dates of both ancient and modern witches. So you can honor them with lighting a candle, making offerings, having meditations with these magical ancestors. We also include a number of deity feast days drawn from ancient calendars. We celebrate Hecate on August 13th as the Feast of Hecate throughout the whole temple community. We also mark on the calendar things like Odin's Ordeal or Apollo's Day. So if you work with specific deities, you might have opportunities to work with them or be introduced to somebody you might not necessarily want to work with in past training, but you might find that, maybe they're calling to you on that day. So it opens the door to make these connections based on their holidays. The information pages, they give an overview of the teachings, the Sabbats, the lunar material, astrological signs, information on the Ogham tree months, and the tarot card for 2025. So this year it's the Hermit, as well as astronomical and astrological information, things about the solar alignments with the solstices and equinoxes, and particularly how they relate to the 3 rays of witchcraft, how they relate to power, love, and wisdom with those alignments. All of this is included in the calendar, and the whole project is a fundraiser for the Temple of Witchcraft Community Center. It's made with a lot of love, devotion, and volunteer work and art from our community. So please support the temple and think about getting the Temple of Witchcraft Witches Calendar 2025. Order now and links are below. Blessed be.